For years, you've been taught to manifest your dreams by moving forward, to visualize, to attract, to achieve. But what if the most powerful, most effective way to create the life you desire is to flip that entire process completely upside down? What if I told you that you don't actually manifest from a place of desire, but from a place of already having the outcome? And what if, by learning to manifest backwards, you could watch miracles begin to unfold in your life, almost effortlessly? Today, we are going to explore the profound and often misunderstood principles of quantum manifestation. This isn't just another spiritual technique. It's a deep dive into the very mechanics of reality. Stay with me, because the secret we're about to uncover could change everything you thought you knew about creating your life. You've probably been told countless times to clearly visualize your goals, to see every single, intricate detail, to feel the powerful emotions as if you already have what you desire. You've heard this well-meaning advice from countless coaches, teachers, and books, and perhaps you've spent hours each and every day diligently imagining your dream life, picturing your dream job, your ideal partner, a state of financial abundance, or vibrant, radiant health. You've likely closed your eyes, faithfully repeated your affirmations, and tried your absolute hardest to maintain a state of unwavering positive feelings. And yet, something still feels off, doesn't it? Your desires still seem to be just out of reach, like you're constantly, exhaustingly grasping at beautiful, yet intangible, shadows. Why is that? Here's the uncomfortable, yet ultimately liberating truth that most traditional manifestation teachings completely overlook. When you consistently visualize something as a future goal, you are, on a deep, energetic level, powerfully reinforcing the very gap, the very distance between yourself and what you desire. Think about that for a second. Every single time you try harder to feel abundant, or to feel loved, or to feel successful, if deep down you still perceive it as something that is coming someday in the future, you are energetically broadcasting the exact opposite of what you want. You are, without meaning to, powerfully, consistently reinforcing your current state of lack. And the quantum field, being a perfect, impartial mirror of your dominant frequency, simply reflects that very state back to you. More distance, more waiting, and more frustratingly, almost there, moments. This is precisely where the profound wisdom of quantum manifestation turns the entire conventional process on its head. And it's why this approach is infinitely more powerful. Quantum manifestation doesn't ask you to pretend that something will one day be true. Instead, it invites you to courageously, powerfully place your consciousness directly inside the outcome, right here and right now. It asks you to fundamentally shift your entire state of being, from one of wanting to one of already having. It's about learning to think, to feel, and to act from the outcome, rather than constantly striving toward it. And here is the crucial distinction. It's not about just imagining a future result. It's about courageously, viscerally experiencing the end state. Now, quantum manifestation, you see, doesn't operate in a linear fashion. It operates backwards, from the end to the beginning, To make this even clearer, let's use a simple yet powerful analogy. Imagine you're watching a movie, but instead of watching it from the very start to the very finish, you begin at the final, triumphant scene. You see the beautiful resolution, the hero's victory, the ultimate happiness and clarity. With that deep, unshakable knowledge of the final outcome, every single event, every challenge that leads up to it, suddenly takes on a completely different meaning, doesn't it? You no longer doubt how things will eventually resolve. You don't question whether the hero will ultimately succeed. Why? Because you already know the ending. Quantum manifestation works in exactly the same way. When you learn to start from the outcome, you experience the profound, almost instantaneous shift in your entire energetic frequency. The old, familiar feelings of anxiety and urgency begin to dissolve. The gnawing voice of doubt begins to fade into a quiet whisper. Why? Because there's no longer a question of whether something will happen. In your own consciousness, in your own energy, you are already experiencing it as already done. And modern quantum physics is now beautifully backing this ancient, mystical wisdom up. Bizarre and wonderful experiments, like the famous double-slit experiment, and mind-bending studies on a concept called retrocausality, are showing us with increasing clarity that at the strange, subatomic level of reality, our familiar concepts of past, present, and future are not as separate and as linear as they appear. They all coexist as a shimmering field of infinite possibilities, and your own conscious observation, your very state of being, is what collapses those infinite possibilities into a single, tangible reality the moment you consciously, deliberately choose to embody your future outcome. You effectively collapse all other competing possibilities and begin to powerfully anchor your desired timeline into your present. Lived experience, the quantum field, my friends, responds to who you are being, not just what you are wanting to become. Think of it this way: desire implies distance, outcome implies presence. Desire energetically says, I don't have it yet, but the outcome energetically declares, it is already mine. Desire keeps you in a perpetual state of reaching, of longing, of a subtle, yet powerful sense of lack, but the outcome places you in a beautiful, receptive state of receiving and of profound gratitude. From the powerful perspective of the quantum world, the universe never truly delivers what you merely desire. It only ever delivers what you consciously, consistently embody, and the strongest, most effective way to embody something is to start courageously, lovingly living from it now, without any need for external proof to arrive first. So, how do you practically, tangibly apply this in your own life? The key is to stop trying to visualize your outcome from the outside, as if you're watching a movie, and instead, to learn how to embody it from the inside, instead of just imagining what it would feel like to one day get what you want. I invite you to pause right now and ask yourself a different set of questions. If this were already my reality, what kinds of thoughts would I be thinking right now? What kinds of actions would feel natural and easy for me to take? How would my very energy, my posture, my breathing shift in this moment? Almost immediately, your entire internal state begins to adjust. Your nervous system, sensing the safety and certainty of the outcome, begins to relax. Your very perception of the world around you begins to change. Your emotional field stabilizes, and perhaps most importantly, your quantum broadcast, the signal you are constantly sending out to the universe, completely transforms. You are no longer signaling lack. You are signaling coherence and completeness. You're no longer frantically chasing after your desires. You are gracefully, powerfully aligning with them. The great irony here, and it's a truly beautiful irony, is that the very moment you stop needing your desire to show up in the physical world, it so often does, when you can become almost indifferent to the timing of its arrival. Because you are so fully, so joyfully immersed in the feeling of already having it, the process of manifestation accelerates exponentially. The quantum field doesn't require your struggle, your strain, or your effort. It only requires your congruence. The great secret, then, lies not in wanting something badly enough, but in no longer needing it at all, because you are already so fully, so completely occupying the emotional, the mental, and the energetic space of already having it. This is why quantum manifestation is so incredibly powerful, and yet, so often misunderstood. It is, in a sense, backwards from everything we have ever been taught about how to achieve our dreams. But the very moment you truly get it, the moment you begin to embody it, you will realize that it's not complicated at all. It is elegant, it is precise, and it is profoundly, miraculously transformative. And as we continue our journey, we will delve even deeper. We will explore the subtle, yet powerful distinction between wanting and being, and why the universe responds so differently to each. You are about to discover exactly how to step into this reversed, yet infinitely more powerful, flow of manifestation, and once you do, I promise you, you will never want to manifest in any other way, ever again. So, we have come to understand that the entire architecture of our reality is far more responsive, far more magical than we've ever been led to believe. The science is clear, the quantum principles are undeniable, and the great secret is out. You don't need to chase your desires. You simply need to align with the version of you that already joyfully has them. But now, you might be thinking, okay, this makes perfect, logical sense, but how do I actually do it? What does this quantum manifestation process look like? And more importantly, feel like, in my everyday life? That is an excellent, and the most important, question. So, let's walk through it together, step by step, making this profound concept so practical, so clear, and so beautifully simple that you can start seeing and feeling tangible shifts in your life immediately. Without any more confusion, without any more exhausting effort, and without any more guesswork, the quantum manifestation process can be summarized in 3 clear and powerful steps. Let's unpack each one together. Step 1. Clearly choose your desired reality, but as if it already exists. This is the vital, non-negotiable foundation, and it's precisely where most people, with the very best of intentions, stumble and fall. They begin by visualizing their desires as distant, future scenarios they are hoping to one day reach. But you are going to do something radically different. You will begin with a crystal clear vision of what you desire, not as the potential future event, but as something that is already a real, present moment, established fact. I invite you to gently close your eyes and clearly, lovingly define your desired outcome, but from the powerful, embodied perspective of having already experienced it. If your goal is financial abundance, for example, do not visualize yourself becoming wealthy someday in the future. Instead, I want you to imagine, with all of your senses, the version of you who is already living in a state of joyful abundance. Right now, what does that feel like in your body? Notice the sense of profound calm in your solar plexus, the relaxation in your shoulders. Picture the scenes of your life vividly through their eyes. Feel the deep sense of satisfaction, of peace, of profound security. Notice the quiet confidence in your posture, the ease in your movements, the deep, abiding joy of living from a place of abundance that has already been fully, completely realized. You are not manifesting from a place of, what if? You are now manifesting from a place of, it is already mine. This is the first, most crucial, and most liberating shift. Step 2. Completely identify with and embody this new reality. Here is where the process becomes profoundly, beautifully transformative. You must now shift your entire state of being from one of wanting to one of embodying. Instead of repeating the old, lack-based affirmation, I want to be wealthy, you will now internally, with deep, unshakable conviction, affirm, I am already wealthy, and please, do not merely say the words as a hollow incantation. Feel them resonate deeply in every single cell of your body. Notice how your posture naturally changes, how you might sit up a little straighter. Notice how your breathing subtly shifts and deepens, how the old, familiar tension in your shoulders begins to release as you fully, completely accept this new reality as your present truth. This isn't about pretending or trying to trick yourself into something you don't believe. It's about consciously, lovingly anchoring yourself in the emotional and energetic truth of that new reality. Now, as you do this, something truly miraculous begins to happen within you. The neural pathways in your brain begin to reorganize themselves around this new identity, forming new connections, new possibilities. Your nervous system, sensing the profound safety and certainty of the outcome, begins to relax out of its old, familiar survival mode and into this new, higher frequency. You are no longer unconsciously broadcasting the chaotic, staticky signals of uncertainty, of doubt, or of lack. You are now, with immense power and with pristine clarity, broadcasting the beautiful, magnetic resonance of fulfillment, of confidence, and of profound gratitude, precisely the signals that the quantum field responds to most powerfully. Step 3. Release all control and allow the quantum field to respond. Now, here's the part that many people can find the most challenging at first. But it is also the very space where the real, effortless magic happens. You must now completely let go of controlling how your desired outcome unfolds. You must courageously, Trustingly surrender your attachment to any specific paths, to any particular methods, or to any rigid, self-imposed timings. The quantum field, in its infinite, creative intelligence, works best when you leave the door wide open for infinite, often surprising and beautiful possibilities to enter your life. The how is not your job. It never was. Your sacred job is solely to maintain the inner state of coherence and alignment. The quantum field, which is infinitely intelligent and exquisitely responsive, will then orchestrate all the details, all the synchronicities, all the hows, with an elegance and an effortlessness that your conscious, logical mind could never even fathom. Think of this process like planting a precious seed in a garden. You don't frantically dig up the seed every single day to check on how it's growing. Do you? No. You lovingly plant it in fertile soil. You nurture the environment around it with water and sunlight, and then you trust in nature's profound, inherent intelligence to bring it into its full, beautiful fruition in its own perfect time. Your manifestation works in exactly the same way. Trusting the field means courageously embracing uncertainty with a sense of wonder and curiosity, instead of with a sense of anxiety and dread. When you finally, truly release your tight grip of control, you stop energetically blocking potential outcomes with your own limited, human expectations, and suddenly, you open up a vast, quantum space for beautiful synchronicities, for unexpected solutions, for surprising opportunities, and for what can only be described as effortless miracles to flow into your life. It sounds almost too simple to be true, doesn't it? But quantum manifestation is elegant simplicity at its absolute finest. It completely bypasses the need for traditional, brute force effort because it doesn't require physical force. It only requires your alignment and your surrender, your dominant frequency, which is grounded in a clear outcome, an embodied identity, and a profound trust, will automatically, inevitably collapse the infinite potential of the quantum field into your concrete, tangible reality. This is not just a theory. It is a profound shift in how you relate to your own creative power. You have just learned that your role is not to be a frantic builder, struggling to construct your reality brick by brick. Your true role is to be a powerful, conscious radio tuner. The beautiful music of your desired reality is already being broadcast throughout the universe. Your only job is to gently, patiently, and lovingly adjust your own inner frequency until you are a perfect, resonant match for the signal you wish to receive. When you do, the music flows effortlessly and beautifully. This understanding fundamentally, irrevocably changes your relationship with manifestation. It frees you from the exhausting and ultimately false illusion that you must somehow earn your desires through struggle. It liberates you from the pervasive cultural myth that all your goals must be pursued with a relentless, often stressful, sense of urgency. Instead, it places you firmly and rightfully in your true power, the power of conscious, coherent observation and embodiment. If this journey into the heart of quantum manifestation has resonated with you, if you feel that powerful spark of recognition and are ready to stop striving and to start, instead, aligning, then we passionately, sincerely invite you. Do not let this powerful moment of clarity fade. Subscribe now and become an essential, cherished member of our incredible community, a vibrant, global sanctuary where we courageously explore these transformative truths and support one another on the magnificent journey of becoming effortless creators. By subscribing, you are not just getting more content, you are making a powerful, conscious declaration to yourself and to the universe. I am no longer chasing. I am now attracting. Click that subscribe button with the full force of your newly aligned spirit, and be absolutely certain to ring that powerful notification bell, because you won't want to miss the single one of our upcoming explorations into the simple yet profound practices that can change your life from the inside out. And now, we would be so deeply honored to hear from you. Your journey, your voice, and your powerful intentions are what make this community so incredibly special. Please, anchor your own commitment to this new way of being by leaving a comment below. Simply, yet powerfully, write, I am manifesting backwards. Let's create a magnificent wave of collective, effortless creation together. Your declaration inspires us all. Until we meet again, remember to stay still, to stay magnetic, and to stay beautifully, powerfully aligned. You are not waiting for your future anymore. It is already here, waiting within you. Thank you for being here.